Hello, Hattrick friends. Good Sunday evening to all of you guys. Hopefully you've had a good weekend. Hopefully some good youth pools and all that. And some good games in Hattrick. Hope you are almost ready for Christmas. Today's matchups in the top flight is Panorasa Bramante versus Schalke Timitu. Marius, hello, welcome. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Panorasa at the bottom of the table. They're not usually down there. We'll see if they can climb up in the table. Sonic the Hedgehog play against number 1, Piccolo Obise, but it's all very close still. No surprise, it's only the second round of the league today. Forti Calcio, fully homegrown, against the defending champions, Damiano Tomassi, tonight. Will be interesting to see how well the homegrown team will do today. They have a fair amount of money should they decide to switch up their approach at some point. And Vegan FC play Mayalinas in the final match in the top flight today. Let the Christmas come. Latendicht hosts the Dead Arenas today, bot bashing for the middle place team. Yeah, I'd forgotten about the situation here. Only 2 teams managing a win in the first round. We play Fiorentina RSM. It's only about scoring a lot of goals today, but we need it since we lost on Wednesday against Panorasa. BK Junior Belize versus Mickey B. Mickey B will have to see if they can pick up the first win of the season in the league. Serravalle. Unknown spot bashing here as well. Too many bots this season, unfortunately. Bayotano Fins play away from home against Once Baltringues. They lead for now in the second division. Second against first in this second round. Interesting. And we have Turisto Lituano, MJ's team, bot bashing today. A lot of bot bashing all over, honestly. But that's how it is. Hopefully it will be a joyful bot bashing session, and hopefully not too many injuries. Is that an Atletico away shirt? It's hard to see. Perhaps if I zoom in. Nah. May just be a Schalke Timitu. Looks like a longer preseason. Oh, with all the bot bashing, or? I guess. Are we in? Are we still in the strongest 4th division? We are with this many bot teams. I think it's like the idea to promote this season is a fairly good one, I think. Fairly good weather. Overcast. Partially cloudy, over cloudy, that's a way to put it. There's 4 divisions in San Marino, so this is the lowest one. I probably should also expand the stadium, but we'll get an indication. We have high fan mood still, even though we lost, simply because Penarrosa was so far ahead of us in the seedings. But we'll get an indicator. I'm not entirely sure we'll get a full stadium today, but Romania is a much bigger country. Romania... 9,485. Yeah. But look at this number. 9,485 active players. Compare this to Denmark even. Look at that. We also have 6 divisions in Denmark, but we have the same number of Division 6. And in 5 and 6, right? So you promote directly. Number 1 and 2 promote directly now. One bot, that's nice. It's always nice to have some human interaction. Hopefully we can find that in Division 3 when we promote. Notice how I'm not talking if, but when. We should promote this season. Two minutes until kickoff. Most interesting match of the round in the top flight. You did? Oh, so you finished. You played against the serious champion. Nice. I think this is the match of the season, or not of the season, but the round. Match of the round. Atleti Celesti di San Marino. You, by now already? Are you gonna promote instead then? He might have a chance in that qualifier though if he's strong still. Pretty close. If he's still training, I guess he could still gain some strength during the season. Now, kickoff time. Let's just start out in... excuse me. In the top flight. Penarasa. One-sided attack here. Rodriguez still on the right back. Good evening, Benjamin. Good to see you. Long range. Oh. Yeah. So that's probably the reason why. Hey, Steve. Good to see you. 51,000 in the stadium today. That's why he's trying for one. He's not pressing though. That's different. I don't plan to promote too soon. This is my second season. Fairly good, Steve. Thank you. How about you? One in Denmark. Both my teams. 51,000. Usually you would want to press, but this is a different approach from Penarasa. Okay, interesting to see. Piccolo Bisa attacking on the flanks. 27 attack skill. Okay, yeah. Divine +2 counter attack from Sonic. Two pretty good sectors here. Danilo Valguero with the quick event for Piccolo Bisa, and it's 1-0. Sonic will get regular chances. And it could be a fairly strong counter-attacking setup here, but still good sectors for Piccolo. And I'm guessing they will be able to convert a few attacks with this tactic level. Great, just got out of the gym, time to stream and chill. Hilde means heroes. Calcio. Divine +9. Wing attack here. Counter attack. Divine 20. Interesting match. Malinus. Divine counter. Fairly open match. Ladendicht will beat up Dead Arenas. Will beat up RSM. The unknowns grab an early lead. Oh, Hound is like harbor, but it's a marina. But we would use the same word in Danish. So Hound, harbor. It means heroes of the harbor. Danny O'Dare unpredictable event for the unknowns. That means they are actually in the lead right now. They are not getting the counterattacks, but they should probably win this pretty comfortably still. Mickey B. Close in the midfield, but not in this sector. Like the law behind the name is because I basically, my parents, they still live there, but I grew up basically on the harbor or by the marina. So we spent a lot of time there. Did you release the new episode today? I think it will be tomorrow. Could be, depending on how I feel after the stream. I might finish it up and release it tomorrow or tonight. Most likely tomorrow. Let's see who's man marked by Joaquin Rodriguez. Giacomo Bernoppi in central midfield. This might be a clever approach still. The usual way to deal with Longshots team is often to press though, but we'll see how it goes. Penarosa hit the correct left sector this time. Well, for the first time, on the first chance, Jonathan Carrieri. That's enough to climb all the way up into the top half of the league table at the moment, but it's still early in the second round for now. Risto still in the Coppa Titano, that's nice. Hey Roman, nice to see you in the chat. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Time for a chance at Stadio della Libertà. It's been 10 minutes without anything. Come on. Come on. Picro Obisse. Up 2-0. Miakia Alexa. From a right attack. Left attack. Of course, 71%. Perfect start for Picro Obisse. 6 points in the live table at the moment. Hey Dusk. It's going pretty good here. Still waiting for the first goal against the bots tonight. You were so close to winning the Eco t-shirt, Hattrick T. If you can say it like that, because you were the backup if it hadn't been claimed, but the first draw was Steve, and it has actually been claimed already. No one guessed the actual result, so I rolled it off between everyone entering the giveaway. And I like to do it while on stream, so people can tell that I'm not fixing anything or cheating in any way. And that's why I also do a backup in case it's not claimed. But it was claimed by Steve, who was the lucky winner this time. It won't be the last giveaway. Mickey B missing a central attack. We don't mind that. If you are wondering why Sanati isn't on the field, we will try to see if we can slip through to the next round in the Copa Guaita. I have no idea how to pronounce those things. Maybe. Oh, you played the second string. Yeah, I wish I had trouble like that, trying to balance for a cup. I'm doing that with Inter Calvajeo for the Copa Guaita, but in Denmark I'm training a fair amount of players, so I'll just focus on training there and get on with it. The thing is, in San Marino, you get to some fairly strong teams with a big amount of fans fairly quick, so it could provide a little extra income. So we are trying to balance it a little. Igor Becker. Is it the first goal of the evening on Stadio della Libertà? It's not. Igor, how could you? Is there a reason why the transfer market has such low prices as of late? How long was it since the closure of HTAL? Let me just see if I can. Has it been a year and a half almost? Anyway, the market situation when we still had HTAL, we had a lot of very good players being trained for national teams and all that in the HTAL. So when that league closed, hey Chris, when that league closed, we had an enormous surplus of quality players flooding the market. And I guess like a lot of these players are still circulating. If it's been 4 seasons or so. Why would that be a bummer for the top managers? I mean, the prices go down for everyone as well, so. You have to factor in that the prices were like, I don't trust me on the, like, if you imagine we are at like yeah, but they could replace them for a cheaper price as well. But if we imagine that the market, and this is just a number I'm making up for the sake of it, if we imagine the market is at 60% right now of what would be the desired, then the market was at 130% or so during HGL towards the end. Like, prices were insanely high. I guess it just takes a while to correct it. Slowly. And they have done a few things. I don't know if it's directly related, but they have increased the return from the board reserves to trickle back into the hands of players at a faster rate. Ladendicht has taken the lead. Heinrich Wintersteller from a central attack. Where are the goals? Yeah, we're looking. They are definitely waiting a bit. Yeah, like a top keeper. Still insanely expensive. But they are not as expensive as they used to be still. "20 minutes without any goals in this scenario, though, that is..." Forticaccio with a chance down the right. Carlo Il Guccio Zafferani. But he's missed it. Come on, Interkelvehave. Landicht with the second. Stefano Massini. Landicht, we can't let them have too much confidence. Delarinos, come on. Hey, MJ. I've added your team today as well against Simalandia. Hope you're doing well. Nothing to see there. Hopefully a lot of goals against the bot. Hopefully. Peak Robise. Attacking down the right again. Masoud Haroun Al-Amri with the ball. Keeper stays on the line. And it's 3-0. For the Pigrobise. Now. You need to do... Oh, yeah. Oh, it would have been so fun if we had played each other. Has anyone ever seen a player with a name like Lionel Messi or something naturally in the game? Yeah. I remember back in the days when you couldn't when you could then to rename players, they would often go for high prices. I remember we used to look for Danish legends. Fiorentina with a corner, Renato Pelliccioni. But he misses. Good, Ledowski. What's your plan against Penarosa? Matteo Leiniger. Plans to take it easy. That's probably a good shout. Leiniger, central attack, 53%. Fagliani with the save. Still deadlocked. Now, what's happening? Ladendicht. Wintersteller. Now up by 3. We need to get the goal scoring started, guys. We need some confidence for the next match. The unknowns make it to Daniel there. Direct free kick. Double goal scorer. A brace here. I'm just peeling garlic here to make confit. Lovely vibe in the background. That sounds nice. Would be lovely with a little goal now. People are sleeping at Stadio della Berta. At least some of the players seem to be. Mendieta, good evening to you as well, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. Now, time for a goal. Oh, it wasn't even a... Hey, Edo Sensei. Good to see you in the chat. Damiano Tomassi has grabbed the lead against Forticalcio. Giuseppe Peruzzi. Quick event. Oh, that's the defender. It was Damiano Tomassi from the central midfield, actually. Making it 1-0. Forticalcio attacking down the right. Mosse il profeta Fresu, but he has missed it. I have a question about the number of chances. Maybe you can check my last game. If I'm correct, the game was done in minute 75. Yeah, paste the match ID. We'll take a look. Surely. Get anxious to concede or to score? About the quick event, Dusk? Let me take a look. Oh, but you could... It's a pretty strong event, that's for sure. Let's take a look at this. So, from your perspective, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why am I only counting 9? Seven regular attacks. 1 as a free kick, 2 as a free kick, that's 9. I don't... Yeah, but the unpredictable event is not from the regular distributed chances. You could have potentially gotten one more chance, I think. Yeah, but it's an unpredictable event. So if you count 7 regular chances, 1, 4, 7. You could have been awarded one more chance from the regular chance distribution. Francioni! Woo! Finally! Central attack. And one of the home boys. Schalke with a long shot as well. Moscato Panepinto. 34 minutes in. And Vegan with a quick event. after 34 minutes. It was Dino Casalini. So is there an exact number? Well, when you count regular chance distribution, yes, there's a max number, because there's 5 chances that can only be awarded to the home team. Then there's 5 chances only awarded to the away team. And then there's 5 chances which can be either or. So if you're completely dominating, you can get 5 plus 5 from the regular chance distribution. Then there's the special events on top of that. What dictates those chances is this ratio in possession, and these are the probabilities of getting awarded a chance. So in the other chances here are set pieces, penalties, and free kicks. And PNF. We have the goals flying in all of a sudden. Alberto Filippi with an equalizer down the left, and right after, Benito Di Nicolo on the corner kick for Wigan. And now it's 2-1. Once Baltringuis has made an equalizer, and after Alan Valentini had given Feyotino Fins the lead. And to finish up, minute 36, and this absolute storm of goals. Mikael Remon from the right for Lokomotiv Ladendicht. Then we have a winger event from Andras Zorcic, and he assists Roberto Trastulli. Ladendicht up by 5. Heinrich Wintersteller still looking to demolish the opposition. Hattrick now from Wintersteller. I mean, I was happy with no chances, but wasn't sure. So it was the scary last 15. Oh yeah, well, your opponent will always have the chance, because he could have his exclusive chances, which you cannot steal. Trastulli down the right. And it's 3. Finally, the goals are flowing. Make it be 1-0. Selma Olave down the left, and Maiolinas with the equalizer. A counter down the left. Fabrizio Catin. 2-all. I am curious, is there a reason why most of the chances occur early game as opposed to later? Or maybe this is just my personal experience, as it's not always like this. It's definitely not always like that. I think it's a coincidence that you feel that is the case. Sometimes matches go crazy early on, and sometimes they go crazy in the end. And sometimes they go crazy around minute 34 or 35, 36, 37, 38. It used to be like at like the simulation didn't take into consideration that events probably should be spread out over the course of a match, right? So minute 44 and minute 89 used to be crazy sometimes. Nothing would happen in a match at all, and then everything happened in minute 44 because that's how it turned out when the matches were simulated. So yeah. Wing event from Jordi Piqueras. Dario Corona misses in this situation. And I know a lot of people, some people claim, oh, it doesn't feel realistic. I liked the craziness. I like when it's crazy and feels silly. Belize, Roberto Manzaroli. From the set piece. Because Union Belize with the equalizer. Events still sometimes stack at 44 and 89, but not nearly as much as they used to. No, but I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not playing Hattrick to experience real life simulation realistically. I'm playing to have fun. So I like it when it's... So when it feels like an arcade rather than a simulation. Penarasha Bramanta up 2-1 now. Salviano Leida from the right attack. He won't be complaining, Vanagon. I hope not, because that's lucky. One example I always enjoy, because it's silly, is when a player is getting a yellow card for a dangerous tackle, and then the player gets injured and he's complaining about chest pain or something. I mean, if it's like, okay, he only got a yellow. What? Hey Slovan. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in the chat. We're leading 3-0. Piccolo Bise up 4-0. Enrico Boscio. Central attack. Wow. If they wanted to make the game actual realistic, they would make a blind ref event. Yeah, I mean... I also like having 3 subs, like have it be an image of what it used to be when it was conceived, the concept, right? Do I plan to open a team in the Fem League? Yeah, I probably will. At least to check it out. We'll see how it goes. I do feel like having 4 teams to manage is... There's things to do, to say the least. But it will be a nice experience because I've never started in a newly started league before, so like along with everyone else at least. I have started in a Hattrick International series starting at the same time. Claiming I wanted to try to win. I'm not claiming, I'm just, well, I claimed it and I meant it, and I finished 8th, so maybe it'll be a spectacular disaster, or at least I won't do it because I'm not a supporter, but if they make it global, I'll make a second team. Oh, I see. It's halftime. Panarasa lead Schalke 2-1. Piccolo Pise is 4-0 ahead of Sonic the Hedgehog. Damiano Tomassi lead 1-0 against Forticaccio, and Wigan and Marlinas are level 2 goals each. Ladendicht are ahead 5-0 against Derarinos. Intercalpahau lead 3-0 against Fiorentino RSM. It's level 1-all between Belize and Mickey B, and we have the unknowns up 2-0 against AS Siravalle. Once Baltringuis and Phaeton Fins are level 1 goal each, and it's deadlocked between Semanlandia and Turisto Lituano FC. Chelsea Racing leading that league at the moment. We are in the lead. We play Ladendicht away in round 3. Would I ever consider starting a cycle with a homegrown technical player? If... I wouldn't say never. But... if I got the idea to start, for instance, a wingback cycle or something like that, wingback defense cycle for perhaps an extreme counter-attacking team, yeah, might consider bringing in a technical player. Oh, that makes perfect sense that you don't have a clue what it means because it's a place name in Denmark. or name of a minor town. But it's fun that you actually Googled it. I think the technical specs should be buffed slightly. Yeah, maybe they should just make them less susceptible to man mark. A little less. Or maybe, yeah. You could definitely play with, like if you have more strong technical players, you could potentially juke the opponent, leaving a player out on the bench, or lead your opponent to weaken another sector than the one you actually attack in. Things like that. I got a youth player with 6 PM, 6 wing, and 7 passing, but revealed tech spec this week. You know, he could become a killer forward, and if he's good enough, he could go to the national team. And on the national team, there's no man marking. I'm just saying, it might not be all bad. I don't know about what his forward skill is. Ah, well, that could be easily trained. Those other... Getting a little something to drink here for the second half. Be right back. In some cases it's still better than no spec. Some other cases, it might be harmful for the chances. But there is still a quite... like, there's a fairly large player base that don't really care so much about optimizing everything. It's not everyone, but I mean... in the top flight in Denmark, I think I saw Basling, the manager who won the HGAL top flight. He's playing with a technical winger here. So as I'm like, never say never. Oh, yeah. How much, what are we guessing? 5-0? I hope we can match Latendijk to have some confidence for the next match. Is being a mod time consuming? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. During elections it can be busy, simply because elections tend to bring up the bring up feelings in some people, right? One minute to go before we kick off the second half. Looking forward to some human challenge in the next round against Latendijk. We could take a look at minute 1 ratings. Fairly strong central attack. Savoli, Massini. training goalkeepers, perhaps? Or... Anyway, the second half has just been kicked off. Ladendicht, are they going to score more? We have to match them. We absolutely have to match them. Can't be any other way. Next goal scorer, I'm guessing Ranti. He's leaving the club tonight, so I would like to see him get on the score sheet. That's a last time. Terrarinos, please make them miss just once or twice. Occhioli, you can do it. Okay, let's see. Nothing happening so far. No adjustments being made. $34,000 at Oluftarina. Vegan FC. 3-2 now. Meredith Oliver. 14% chance. Wow. Everything goes past the keepers in this one. Are they even trying? Gino Magnani. Yellow card for the unknowns here. Massini. Another chance for Ladendicht. Gotta miss some time. They're attacking through the middle. Clever choice. Clever choice. Vincenti. Oh, wait. Vincenti, that's the striker. Is he being trained in playmaking? Oh, that might actually be the reason why. Yeah. Let's just take a look here and see. Maybe not. Time for a chance here then. We have to see if we can keep up. Gotta match them. Bayutano Fins. Alan Valentini is doing good work of his. Equalizer, long shots from Schalke, Ismail Odornas, and it's 2-2. $51,201 spectators. 83% filled. That's okay. That's okay for round 2. Mickey B with a chance to take the lead against Belize. They have taken the lead. Terenzi. Henning Halser. The unknown's attacking down the right. It could be 3-0 here. It is. The unknowns. Furthering the lead. We need goals. We need goals. Hey, Alaric. Oh, Alaric. How's your match going? Nasty Dragons. I should have added yours as well. I forgot. Sorry. We'll add it right away and we'll have a look-see. Oh, 4-0. FC Forte. I'm okay. We are not quite as much in the lead as we would like, but wow. Looks solid from the Dragons here. Hope you're doing good as well, Alaric. Free kick, Igor Becker. 4. Inadequate. Counter-attack from Daniele Bellato. Excuse me. Or maybe it's just a regular left attack. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Bellato. Don't you dare. No. High above the bar, but Igor Becker, you've been costly today. You've been a costly employee. Until day 5. Oh, match round 5 will be easy. Yeah. Match day number 5. It's about making the most of the easier rounds. Ghosts, Vikings, Dragons. This league has got it all. It was a counter. Sonic the Hedgehog. Reducing the lead. Antonio Mata Blanco. Hey Martin, good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Ferdinand Merchtira with a yellow. Katin. Another 3 points. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we're playing a lot of bots this season, so next week we play Ladendicht. I'm not entirely sure that I'll be home to stream next Sunday, though. But yeah, playing against bots gets old fairly quickly. Hopefully we can match Ladendicht though, so we can get more team confidence into the players, because that'll be important. Starting defense ratings. Yeah, maybe we can. Hopefully we can get through. We are playing away from home. And 6-1. Congrats on a nice win. Now, I'm thinking that Ladendicht, of course, they are playing it cool today. But question is, will we be able to match them in the midfield next Sunday? Yeah, we probably won't be lining up in this configuration against Ladendicht, so maybe we have a chance to do something. But they might be formidable or something. Team Spirit 6, that's nice. Ooh. We've had an injury. Andras Sorcic has left the field and has been replaced by Zanotti. I'm not playing pressing today. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get players trained. Playing two wingbacks in the training slot up here, but Sorcic got injured just now, and now Zanotti is on. Alright, so that's half a level with Zanotti on as a winger. So maybe another configuration will give us a chance against Ladendicht, but they have scored 7. They are getting so far ahead. Confidence. Maybe not so far ahead, but every little extra thing matters. No, he wasn't injured. He wasn't. He was... I was saving him for training purposes. And I was also saving him for the match against Penarrosa Bramante. But I couldn't say that. In case... Yeah, you know. But you gotta... No, no worries. There's nothing to keep disclosed now. What is the difference between normal tactic and pressing? They both have the same ratings in a match. Oh, pressing will, like, you might remove chances from the game, and your players will get tired a little quicker from stamina drain, I think. But you can also remove your own chances. So basically, if you want to play to keep the score down, maybe try to get a draw rather than losing. Or if you are in a situation where you can get the advantage by only losing by a small margin at the end of the season, you can play pressing. Pressing is not... It's not like Gegenpress. You shouldn't think of it as the Gegenpress that you'd see in Football Manager or something, or in modern day football. Deportivo Chetadico. Izione Pelone. Is this a counter-attacking mythical? Oh, okay. Attacking on the flanks, perhaps? Divine 25, yeah, attacking. Alright. Sure. I mean, it's always possible to add a match to the viewer. If it's being played live, that is. Carlo Mascherano. 4-0 for Calvehave. Down the left. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, boys. Come on. As long as we can keep it within 2 goals. 1. Maybe 6 or 7. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Special events time. Volukis. Yeah, Volukis. Volukis. Just to keep it to beat. Pauletti. We've missed a few, so it's time to... Oh, it's time to make the most of such a chance. Volukis. Penalty. Becker. Ah, Becker. No more missing. Yes. 5-0. Keep going, guys. Don't let up. Keep attacking. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll be playing a Lokomotiv Ladendicht in round 3 away from home, so we'll need a good result there. And then it'll be a while before we play the unknowns, if I recall correctly. Turisto Lituano FC. 1-0 now. Marino Salucci. Right attack after 71 minutes. Keep going, guys. Keep rocking. Salviano Leyera. Quick event, I think. Joaquin Rodriguez missing a penalty. Wow. He didn't do that against us. Okay, readout angle. Penarosa missing in the middle. Damiano Tomasi. 2-0. Rafael Perez de Leon. Okay, that was hard for me to pronounce, so don't mind me butchering all the names. That's tradition by now. Ladendicht miss. Celebrating the opponent's miss. Bayutano Vince. Scoring down the right. Mindert Kuvenar. One special event. 2 free kicks. Man, we need to hope for some special events now. Hey, we'll later add for giveaways. Are you asking if I'll be doing more giveaways for like a cup result? For a supporter package or something? Yeah, that's very likely. Maybe not in the secondary. Maybe not in a secondary cup, but once we start going on a real cup run, it's very likely that I'll continue doing giveaways. Pezioni, 3-0 now. Giovanni Samarini. But he's playing against long shots. A very strong long shots tactic. 23. Roberto Sarti misses down the right for Belize. Yeah, I like doing giveaways for sure, but it's coming right out of my own pocket, so... I gotta find some nice occasions to do so. Giordano Giardi. Oh, that's a negative unpredictable event. Or wait. What? They actually scored! No, he didn't. How do you know what tactics your active opponents use? Oh, it's a matter of studying the patterns. Piccolo pizza. 5-1 now. Left attack Danilo Balguero. Looking good for Intercalbahau. Yeah, but I would love for it to be just a little better, to be honest. Not because I'm... And hey again, Steve. But we are playing Ladendicht, and oh, they miss an non-tactical counterattack here. We have to kind of match them because we need to build some confidence. But trying to see what tactics they use is about analyzing your opponent as much as you can. I talked a little about it yesterday, but Penarosa Bramante has been using this guy on the right back man marking for a good while. Like 6 matches or so in a row before I played him, so I thought it was a good idea to attack him down on the left side. Bernobi, counterattack here. Probably won't score. Nasty Dragons, 5-0. A set piece combination. Mario Gasparoni. Wait, doesn't the jacket or clothes from the giveaway come from your pocket? I mean, from your money? Yeah, I mean, I pay them from my own money. Yeah. That's what I tried to say earlier. I thought I said so. Minor injury for Pagnoni. Oh, if I had giveaways, wow, Steve, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the YouTube channel. You are way too kind, my friend. Way too kind. Oh, well, you shouldn't feel like that. I mean, you won that fair and square. That being said, any corruption? No. You can go back and watch the live stream if you like. You'll see no corruption involved in that. But yeah, I know you're kidding. I know. I'm not the least worried that you would be serious about that. That being said, profits from the streams usually go to cover giveaway and trying to improve the quality and the experience for the channel and the stream. By all means, it's it will take a larger audience to live from such this activity for sure, but that's not a goal at all. The goal is to have fun, to play our favorite game, and yeah, have a sense of community here. And I appreciate you guys being in the chat and supporting the stream and the channel. Can't wish for anything more. Two goals in the closing minutes. That's what I would love to see, just to match Lattendicht Nasty Dragons 6 Blake Turnant. From another set piece. Wow. How good is your set piece, Taker? It's a nice community. Good on you for taking all this time and good vibes to create nice content. Well, thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. And thank you also once again for the extra support for the channel. I appreciate it. Corner for BK's Union Belize. Andrew Vasonga. Corner to head event. Will he beat Shimon Daman? Just wide of the goal. Thanks for showing me how to get the Hattrick cycle planner. Well, I'll be honest, that tool is better than the built-in tool. And, well, perhaps nowadays, compared to the supported tool that is for the training planner, nowadays it's maybe not that common, but back in the day, like all tools were external. But, like I said, the main thing about that tool is the ability to manage to see the wages on plateaus, because your player, when you train him for a long time, he'll get a new contract every time it's his birthday. So the built-in training planner shows like an increase, and the Hattrick or the HT cycle planner actually shows the cost of the player, but based on the plateau of the wages. It's very cool. And another cool thing that's been added lately, like in the very beginning of the tool, you would build your cycle tool with the start of your players, and then you would just have to keep track of how far you would go through your plan. But now, just like your training planner in game, or if you use the built-in planner, it will progress as the time moves on. Now you can just age your players as well. So if you are 2 seasons into the cycle, you would just select to age your players, and then it would just train them, keep the numbers about your players, and remove all the things that has passed, all the time that has passed since you started your cycle. So I'm just saying that that tool is getting better and better and more awesome. Mickey B, 4-1. Giancarlo Terenzi from a left attack 85 minutes into the game. We need a few goals for the end here. What age players you buy? Because I always buy max 21 years old. Well, for the cycles I bought 20 years old wingers. And I usually, I mean, it really depends on the use case, but for profit players in my cycle, I usually stick to players around outstanding, between outstanding and world class, to keep the wages down as well. Mickey B, 5-1. Selma Olave receives it with perfect timing and makes it 5-1 from a central attack. What's your most expensive selling trainee ever? I'll show you right after the match. I'll show you a collection of because they are fairly close. I'll show you the ones providing the most profit, okay? And yeah, you have to remember that it was in an inflated economy rather than a deflated economy. I wish we were closer to matching Ladendicht in goals here. But I don't think we will be able to tonight. On the other hand, they probably didn't play match of the season during the cup, so... Three extra minutes. There might be a goal here. Schalke on the attack. Whoa, they get another long shot. Pizzione, 4-0. Walter Okorn. The big cannon. Goes over the bar. Or if you're playing the secondary cups, you can't. There's no support for the... In that regard, it's a friendly match. Volukis made it 6. From the left. Keep going, keep going. Another one. 6 is better than 5. For sure. You could argue that if you have the secondary cups with cards mattering, why shouldn't team spirit matter? Or at least the instruction, but that's the way it's been done, and yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't affect fan or the confidence. As long as I don't go into the consolation cup or the silliest of the cups. Sonic the Hedgehog 2-5. I might as well just play friendly for max extra training against my other team. Myalinas and Vegan have finished the game. It's a 3-2 win for Vegan FC. Fayetano Fins wins 3-1 away against Once Baltringues. Pizzione beats Deportivo 4-0, and Turisto Lituano wins 1-0 against Semanlandia. See if we can keep the... It's a draw between Penarasa and Schalke, but it stalled, brought to a halt the viewer here. Unfortunately, I will go and check relive everything. It's a bit of a mess, unfortunately. Okay, here's the league table. 10 goals for, none against. The unknowns at 6 points as well. And next week's opponent, Ladendicht. At 4 points. Mickey B against the unknowns. Oh, that's an important match next week as well. Interesting matchup next week. It's like the superhuman round. Top flight, let's take a quick look. Piccolo Pisa leading. Damiano Tomasi with max points. Belize lost 2 matches in a row. Yeah, that's not uncommon for them, unfortunately for them. Piccolo Pisa, Myalinas. Damiano Tomasi versus Vegan. Oh, it's an interesting match in the next round. Penarasa, Forticalcio. It could be a tough match. So BK's Union Belize played against the unknowns and against Mickey B. Yeah. They had a rough start in the series, I guess. Okay, let me show you the most profitable trainees. Oh, let me not dox myself. Transfer history, like this. So my most profitable trainees, what I've sold for 100 million euros. Okay, Kenny Cortina. So we look at the transfers. I bought him for 41,000 and sold him for 3.8 at the age of 19. That was training him. Oh, it's actually for sale. Whoa, let's take a look. It's not a bad player. He's really not a bad player. Oh, well, anyway, that's one of the initial winger trainees I bought back in the day. Take care, Martin. Steve, are you here? Johnny Sitter? So, same batch, right? This was one of the 4 wingers. Now, I bought this guy on New Year's Eve. So, like a pro tip if you are a bit of a no-lifer. Look for deals on the special days, because I bought this guy for 7,000 euros. And I mean, look at this. 7,000 euros, 1,000 TSI. Sold for 3.5 at the age of 18 and 110 days. See if I can find Tigo Venison. Okay, 1,200, 120,000 euro. But look at the profit made. 4.3 million euros at the age of 19. Okay, this was back in the good days. Look at this. Whoa, he's a player. Yeah, he's actually a very good wingback. He was sold for 76,000. Meant I got like 3 million out of that. 300,000 previous club money. I was so pleased with that one. And the final one, Sven Arne Magnusson. Okay, I paid 2 million. Quick wingers were so expensive back then. But I sold him for 3.9 million euros at the age of 18 and 111 days. Now, let's take a look at the transfer history for Intercalvajal. So, Delio Minarelli. We still have a potential. We have a potential former club money from this guy as well. Nice. I wasn't actually aware of that. So this guy I bought for 75,000. Look at this TSI. So for these guys, I was like, I told myself, for this batch, you gotta be, because I had less money with Intercalvajal when I started the club. I told myself, you gotta be more patient. Just be patient and strike a good deal. So Delio, 75,000. Then Johnson Odem, 18,000 euros. Sold for 33. He was, he had his appearance changed after he was bought. Julio Mercato. Same principle. What a pain to get a name. It was around 2,000. Some of them were just over, some were just below. And Tully, I remember this guy in the YouTube series. I just called him Tully because that surname. But again, look at the initial investment. I splashed a little on this guy and on the Johnny guy as well. But good profits made. Yeah, this guy, I won't. I had the previous club money from this guy. Let's just check. Mercado. No previous club. Oh, he's not being trained as nicely as the others. Johnson Odom. 350,000 GSI. He's in excellent form. He played at the national team, under 21s as well. Uganda. That's sort of the best profit that I've gotten. Twice former club? Which one? Minarelli? Or Johnson Odom? No, you only get it. You get it on this transfer. From Porto team? I only get it here because it's former club money. Then it's over. Mother club is always. And then there's, but you can't, oh. Mother club money is, these days, 25% less. Yeah, that's probably true. Now, I don't count on this guy being sold ever before. But, like in perspective, right? If, let me just, I was looking up. Like if you wanted to bring in a mythical defender that could do some man marking and potentially boosting your central defense. Look at the price of this guy. These prices are also low. 10 million. He's not super good. This is not a terrible wingback. He's not out of this world, but 13 million. $70 million for such a guy? Low prices. Wow. Just wow. They are giving away defenders at the moment. Okay, then look at what? What? Look at this absolute behemoth of a player. 2480. 140. Okay, yeah, I get it. He's not very expensive, but well, he's not cheap. He's expensive. That's what I meant to say. How many seasons of 30-year-old still competitive? Like 3 seasons or so. This is just an example of defenders, right? Now let's move on to... Now this is just strikers, mythical strikers. This player would be close to double price. Back when you could make the profit I made on my wingers, right? So it depends. What happens if we tune it down to 29? The market is low because HCL like 4 seasons ago, or 5-4. There was a lot of players being trained for national teams by teams in a now closed league called HTAL, Hattrick as an Anniversary League. And a lot of the teams that were competing in that league, when they couldn't compete anymore because like it was a race to the top, they would turn into a national team farm. So you had a lot of players, quality players being trained. They were spread over a larger amount of teams, and all of a sudden the number of teams, like from one day to another, just collapsed. Or it didn't collapse, but it was drastically reduced, right? So all of a sudden you have a lot of more good players, high quality players, in a lot less teams. So yeah, I guess it'll rise again. Perhaps not as high. You also had a lot of extra money in the market at that point. But at some point, I'm guessing, whoa, look at this. Okay, he's a support player, but he's a very good player. Ooh, I wish I was about to compete with these prices, and I could. I mean, I hope they stay relatively low until the time I have to compete and work my way up the tables. How much money do you expect to have when starting to compete seriously? Too little. Not enough. But I'm hoping I can sneak my way up the divisions and make a little extra money quite soon. But I mean, some people say you need to save up 50 million, and I had like 18. In San Marino, that is. I had more in Denmark. But if we, like, let's try to make an example with the Hattrick cycle planner. Okay, let's go full screen here. Let's see, let's... can I move the chat over here? Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, yeah. So, let's imagine we had started off at like 6 playmaking. I'll just reuse this guy. Okay, this is only in regards to playmaking, right? Because playmaking coach level, excellent. How many weeks? Oh, actually, let's do something else. Defending. I trained 48. Excellent. We train at 3 in the morning, Friday. Let's train him. Okay. So this is basically just a player that I imported from the transfer list, but I'll just change it up to passable defending. So he would be close to... He would be world class here. Let's check the wages here. So with the specialty, weekly wages. Okay, so he is at 8,600. Now let's add another... three seasons, just to check see. He would be 14.3. Okay, let's just call it 4 seasons. Now basically, what, 80? That's 5 seasons. You would be close to mythical, but that would be 40,000 at the age of 25. So if you, some people do it like this, they train all the defense and then the playmaking they need. So with specialty, 400,000 each. Now I've been swapping back and forth in order to keep the wages down, and I'm hoping that will help me keeping the expenses at a lower rate, right? And since it's homegrown players, I don't have to train them all to mythical, because look at the price of a mythical. Just a little more, yeah. $56,000. And that's the reason. That's the reason why I've been going back and forth. Now, if you look, if you look at the training planner here, these are my players at age 25. 360, so that would be 36, 31. I would actually have to shorten this time span, but it won't be until they are 27 that they are in closely, remotely 553. So you see, my hope is to keep the wages down by doing the back and forth thing. I might lose a little on like transmission between the profit trainee, but I like in the end the wages will just be so high. A little bit like this. If it makes sense. But in regards to those numbers stated often in threads. Yeah, so not just transfer compare, yeah, sure. It's nothing out of the ordinary now. I'll see if it even changes. A little higher, but of course there's less players to compare with. The thing about Sanotti's value is that he's in between. His value was higher at the age of 20 than it is now. I think it's because it's less common for a team to pick up a player at the age of 24. Like if you are building towards something, picking up a player like Sanotti is uncommon. halfway to 25. It's more common to pick up a player at 20. So you have like for instance the wingers. You have the skill built all the way to mythical, magical winger, whatever you need. Because there will always be one of the paths in the training plan you won't be able to train. If you're training inner midfielders, you won't be able to train the winger. So you need that trained to a certain degree, right? But that's not at the age of 24. That's around 2021. So that's also the reason, I believe, why you would see a guy like Zanotti's transfer compare go high at the age of 20, and then it will drop, and then it'll go high, extremely high, I hope. Not that it matters. Who picks this kind of players mythical? Oh, the mythical magical players? It's people trying to go for the top flight divisions. If you have saved up a lot of money and you are not playing with any homegrown players, you would most likely go for more than magical plus. But they are extremely expensive. In wages, that is. One crazy thing actually. Let's take a look at our magical. I'll go 30 years old. Maybe, let's just go 30. It used to be, and this is also the case here. Maybe he's not that good. Okay, so look at this player. What is happening? Anyway, extremely good players. Back in the day, some players were trained so high in main skill that they were basically unaffordable in the wages. Look at this wage. I wonder what is the average season income for Division 3 or Division 2 teams. It should be reasonably high, but your wages will be extremely high as well. So I think most teams in Division 3 or 2 are actually losing money to some degree. Soro Dribblers. That is the Swedish national team coach. Wow. $70 million Danish. That's 7 million. Alright, let's take a look at Utopian. Just Utopian Divine. Let's just take a look. Oof, that's close to 100,000. You have to remember that his wages is reduced by age. 10% when... Wow. But here's the... Like, you see this guy? I don't think he'll go for a high price, but he's Utopian. But it's not... It's not wise to be looking at these players because I grow... I grow a little restless when I'm looking at these end players, to be honest. Yeah. But that's also because it's often not feasible unless you can, like, if you train them for the national team. But the thing about the national team level players, for most teams, you can't sustain them if they're not on, if they don't play actively on the national team, because the wages will be so high. Magical 30-year-old. Hopefully no one. Of course, if you can pick up a and any Danish players? Laust. 29. Yeah, finding Danish players will be an issue. There's a team in the Danish top flight playing with only Danish players at the moment. He's actually got 2 of those teams. Divine players? Yeah, if it's a keeper. Divine players? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Like some players are being trained for divine skill level for national teams. They might not be for sale. We gotta take that into consideration. Keepers should be fairly... No, maybe not. Maybe they're not for sale. Defending, divine defending. Like back in the days when... Winger, perhaps? There was a time when monoskill players was the only... Like the system didn't support or reward multi-skill players the way it does today. You would see players train far beyond divine. Like I'm fairly sure the English goalkeeper called the Church, or maybe the Bishop, I think he was trained to level divine +6. George Archbishop Carey. Have a great week, Steve. Thank you for staying here and chatting. It was very fun. Yeah, I should go relax a bit and go to sleep as well. Was thanks, Steve. Yeah, it was a nice moment for sure. Take care, guys. Yeah, I'm shutting down the stream as well. So thank you so much for watching. we'll see about streams between Christmas and New Year's. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe. But if I don't see you until the New Year's has passed and Christmas, obviously, enjoy the holidays. So take care, stay safe, and have a great rest of your 2025. Bye.